Hey you guys, so welcome to another analysis from the biggest DC. Before I go further into this analysis, I want you to check this comment. You can see what this Olodo what this Olodo commented in my community's comment section on Telegram, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. When you're doing great stuff, people are going to say a lot of things to try to, put you down. They're going to tell a lot of lies, all those kind of stuff. So I'm broadcasting this Olodo so that you will know that, but you know, get your comment touch, you understand. In fact, for what it is, please, guys, check my YouTube. I always drop analysis on YouTube. Check if they are successful or not. I always drop a lot of analysis. So check if they are successful or not, So I'm taking advantage of this Olodo's negative comment, to So anyways, that being said, let's go into what we have today, right? So today we'll be talking about or rather we'll be analyzing BTC, and I'll be using strictly a 1 week time frame for this analysis, okay? And this video, I don't know if it's going to be long or if it's going to be short, but then as the spirit leads, and I hope I'm not talking too fast, because a lot of my foreign fans, they'll be like, yo, Dream Chaser, you talk too fast, So sorry, but that's how I talk, okay? So so this is what BTC has for us here on a weekly time frame, and I'm going to be giving you two possibilities for buys or for sells, for bulls or for bears. But bro, I am extremely bearish. But then I'm going to give you two possibilities here, okay? I don't want to sound so ultimate or so 100%, but then I am bearish. That's what the truth. So let's discuss on the possible scenarios that might play out on BTC. Okay. First off, let me mark this out first. This is a BTC chart on the weekly time frame, and this is Blofin, BTC on Blofin. Okay. So we have these 2 weeks here. Weeks. When I'm talking about week, I'm talking about WICK. So a week simply shows the price movement of an asset, right? But okay, let me do this in a layman's terminology so that every other person can flow right with it. So a wick, right, is simply a candlestick, right? Or rather, a wick can be found in a candlestick. When I'm talking about wick, I'm talking about WICK, right? It's a crypto terminology. So a wick can be found, or rather a wick is being found in candlesticks, can be found on the chart, and this wick indicates, just like this one I marked out with this is it red? Yes, red circle, right? That place. A wick indicates that prices of an asset got to this particular point or particular price, but they did not close or open, right, at that point. Okay, so in this case, like this first one, you can see that BTC actually went to about 123.100, and it came down to about 115.674, but it did not open or close there. So that is what the wick indicates. Now, right now, we have 2 wicks, right? That is 2 WICKs now. That is because they are plural now, 2, right? So you can see these 2 wicks here indicates that, oh, prices came up to about 120 something, but bro, the sellers didn't allow it to go past that, and they pushed it down. So price came up, they pushed it down, they came up, they pushed it down, and these 2 prices, these 2 wicks, if you check the candlestick, it now formed an inverted, is it inverted? Yes, it now formed an inverted hammer. An inverted hammer always indicates sell, right? So you can see that we then had this sell, it came down here, and just like here indicated here. And what did that 2 week indicate? Those 2 weeks indicated what we call double top pattern. Oh yeah. So the 2 weeks indicated double top pattern. Okay, you can see top 1, top 2, and in trading, when you see something like this, let me show you. Let me draw it out. When you see something like this, in most cases it indicates a sell. You see what I just did right now. So let's try here. Let's see. We have top one, neckline. This place is the neckline. Top two, we have a breakout. We're having a retest to the neckline. What are we expecting? Dump. So that is why I'm extremely bearish. I made a tweet. I'm like, yo guys, BTC is extremely bearish. And some individuals have the effrontery to want to say crap. But in the real sense, it is what it is. I'm just showing you what probably you are not seeing right now. Right? So BTC is bearish. We have had, like, this is like one of my best confirmations. We have top one, top two, breakout, retest, and we're expecting a dump. Yes, now. We're expecting a dump. And when that dump happens, everybody will be like, whoa, what just happened? Whoa, what just happened? But then it's all there in the chart. But because of a lot of you are so into smaller time frames and all that, you don't check the bigger picture. So for what it is, BTC has broken structure, right? It has broken structure on a 1 week time frame. So if you see a sudden dump to about let's say 99,000, 97,000, please don't be shook. Don't be surprised at all. But like, it's supposed to happen, okay? So I just showed you this stuff technically, what it's supposed to be here, okay? So let me clear this stuff, then show you some stuff, other stuff here. So, okay, so this is the neckline. A neckline, when the top one here and the top two, they both form the neckline, right? And now this neckline, it has been broken, and the neckline was a support before, but it has now turned to a resistance. So at the current market price of BTC here, please know that we are at a resistance. And doing something like this, let me bring this to 6. Yes. Okay, let me bring this to 6 and like this. So my dear dream chasers, my solid dream chasers, my international dream chasers, my besties, my loving dream chasers, my DC family, having this kind of setup is not bad at all. Honestly, it isn't bad at all. Using the 1 week time frame. So you can simply use a 5x leverage and take this trade. 5x. For those of you that are new to the community, you might not understand my setup, but then most times my setup is usually a 30% stop loss, right? So this 5 times 6, 30% stop loss. If you hit stop loss, you have lost 30% of whatever margin. So let's say you enter this trade with, like, let's say $100. If you hit stop loss, you have lost $30, right? So that's what it is here, okay? So yeah, this setup is a cool one. This is like a 1:2. Yes, over 1:2 risk to reward ratio. So if you hit take profit 5 times 14, you'll be getting over 70% with 5x. And that is it. Allah wallahi. So this setup is my setup. This is what I'm going to be doing using this 1 week time frame. So this is our support around this zone. So technically BTC is coming to $98,000, and there is nothing you can do about it. Now our first support, I like trading zones and I like acknowledging zones. So this is a valid POI, point of interest. So when you see BTC at around $107,000, right? Yes, please take your TP first, take profit. Take your first TP there. Why? Is because of, you can, like I drew, you just saw it now, we'll have a valid support there. So we might have something like this. Prices come here. That is why I don't joke with support. Come to this 107 and pump up like this. Yes, it's valid because it's a valid support. Very, very valid, okay? Irrespective of the fact that we are targeting this particular place, 97, 98 there. But then here, very valid. So first take profit around that zone, adjust your stop loss to your entry. Then write it down. If you continue going down, boom, you have won. You can never lose like that. So let's say you come to first take profit, you take about 50%, adjust your stop loss, and you know, boom, 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 boom. You know, so that is my epic setup using a 1 week time frame. Right now we have a running trade that almost hit stop loss. Our BTC trade almost hit stop loss, but it hasn't hit stop loss. I pray it doesn't hit stop loss so that we can go to TP. right? That one we used a better leverage because we analyzed it on a 4 hours time frame, right? And for those of you that are just getting to know me, we have a trading challenge ongoing at Dream Chasers community, and I have dropped 7 trades. The deal was I'm supposed to drop 10 trades, and we use that those 10 trades to rate my performance again. And yep, we started on 1st of September, 1st September, and today is about 11th September, right? If I'm not mistaken. Today is 11th, right? Yes, I think so, 11th September. And wait, let me be sure. Yeah, today is 11th September, Thursday, 11th September 2025. And we have won 7 over 7 on, okay, no, 6 over 7. Is this BTC trade now that is the 7th one? So I pray we win it, so it will be 7 over 7, you know. We'll be winning back to back to back. And every of all those analyses on my social media platform, Telegram, Twitter, all of them, I put it out there publicly. So yep, you can go and rate me, okay? For those people that think that we are not bad, we are very bad. So anyway, so this is what I have for my BTC setup, right? This is what I have for BTC setup on a 1 week time frame. So guys, please be guided, okay? Let's be guided properly, okay? Be guided. Know that we're at a resistance, and right now things could go crazy. And so, okay, so this setup is there. Let me show you something inside of here. It's possible for BTC to still come to this point. You see where I marked out here to, let's say, 119. It's possible. That's why we'll have that liberty of SL. And why it's possible is because it's valid for BTC to come here and create a triple top. In trading, triple top still indicates sell, right? So that's why you see I put my stop loss like that. Yep. So triple top is still valid before we take a bow. And you might be so surprised that this bow might be the beginning of the bear market. Okay? Now that is what it is. But then, if BTC breaks, let me give you an invalidation. So that place is a resistance I just marked out, so I'm going to put it on red. So this rectangular box, the red one, if BTC goes above it and breaks above and closes above it, it has invalidated this analysis, and then we might be looking for maybe new all-time highs, obviously, and, you know, aiming for that. Okay? So, yeah, so I believe that you understood what I meant by that. Okay? So anyways, like I said, for me, I am extremely bearish for now. Though a lot of people are bullish, I don't blame them. We all see the market differently. But then I am extremely bearish, and this is my setup on a 1 week time frame. I hope you learned something new from this video. Anyways, tell me your thoughts in the comment section. I want to know if you are bullish or bearish, if you think what I said makes sense, or if it is BS. Tell me in the comment section. Don't forget to smash the like button, share this video to a crypto enthusiast, and then subscribe to this channel. Turn on post notification. I see you in the next video. Bye.